Well, story time. We haven't had one in a while. And cutting my grass in 5-minute goes because that's how long the lawnmower runs. And then it quits. So, anyways, my dad brought a lamb home one year. Somebody owed him $40. So he brings this lamb home. And what he didn't realize is, we didn't have any sheep. So the lamb lived in the house yard behind this shrub bush. They bond with kids. They'll follow them around just like a puppy dog. I've seen it myself as an adult. So Webb and I were good friends. I was in kindergarten. I'd come home and Eb would be waiting for me. And for the amusement and the attention of the adults, I'd ride him around the yard. I'd grab the fur on his head there, the wool. And, Mom had named him Ebenezer, Eb, as he became affectionately known. Mom named all the animals. And sheep are like goats. They eat almost anything. Goats are browsers, and sheep are grazers, but they're the same and they eat almost anything. So Eb kept the yard marvelously clean. Everybody smoked in those days. You threw your cigarette butt on the ground. There was none of this foolishness. It takes 100 or 1,000 years to decompose. Come on, it's paper, cotton, and some tobacco shreds. Anyways, Eb became addicted to nicotine very quickly. And if people weren't hanging out in the yard and he wasn't getting enough butts, whoever smoked, he'd go up and bump his head against their leg. The older boys thought it was hilarious. They'd light up an export A, give it to him whole lit. He'd just munch it right back. So, sort of two stories here. One time, my buddy Todd, I don't know why he was coming home with me for lunch. Sort of a parental swap, I guess, or something. Todd was a schemer. He said, hey, let's claim Eb followed us to school after lunch. And, it'll take the two of us to herd him back home. Good idea. It was spring, the weather was nice. Well, it didn't quite work that way. The teacher thought it was hilarious. And so we spent the afternoon. The teachers brought one class out at a time. I'd ride Eb around a little. Todd had to, shepherd him. And so we got the whole afternoon off. Each class came through the public school, and Eb munched out on all the teachers' apples. Remember he used to put them on the teacher's desk there. So yeah, it worked great. The next day, Eb followed us to school together, and they said, now we're on to you, boys. That was a good one, but no. The next day, we tried a calf, and they said, no, and don't bring a pony colt back tomorrow. We're on to you now, boys. So anyways, come fall, the Acton Fall Fair, my mother and my oldest sister got the notion they were going to wash Ebenezer up and put him in the most unusual pet category at the fair. Try and wash the lanolin and the dirt out of a sheep. I think they wish they'd never gotten into it, and Eb wasn't really into it, and I certainly wasn't into it. I didn't like the idea, but I didn't have much rank. So Ebenezer went off to the fair and was put in the poultry barn. He won the most unusual pet hands down. I was up against a pair of kittens and a puppy. Nobody thought, however, to put a little sign on his pen that said, "Don't feed the lamb." So all of Friday night and Saturday, I guess Eb munched out on cotton candy and caramel apples, and long short of it was Todd's older brother Steve took sympathy on me on Sunday morning. I was howling. I wanted to go down and see Eb. We went down to see Eb, and he was looking pretty peaked there in the pen. He wasn't looking good at all. And he turned down one of Steve's Export A cigarettes. I went home howling protest. I'm not sure how Eb came home. I'm not sure how he got there. Probably in the back seat of the car. Eb wasn't looking good at all. I was howling, we got to call the vet. No. Now, I should go back up a little bit. It was obviously Dad had brought Eb home with the intent he was going to end up in the freezer. They were trying to explain to me all summer how we couldn't keep Eb, you know, we'd have to find him another home. And I was, oh, I'll dig him a hole in the snowbank and he can sleep with me up in my bedroom. And yeah, well, anyways, so Eb comes home and Sunday he's not looking good at all. Monday morning, still not looking good. Mom said, oh, I'll boil him some oats, you know. I came home from school, there's Eb lying dead, bloated up on his side, stone cold dead. Yeah, all that cotton candy and stuff didn't work. I guess Dad didn't get his $40 worth, but it solved the problem of what was going to become of Eb and my bonding with him. So yeah, that's the story of Ebenezer. Not all farm stories are happy, but well, it's the way of it.